Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with Veteran Noob's account. This is part 10 of my adventures in CSR2. So, second season in a Milestone crew. Where are we now? Well, let's take a look at how I did this season on points, 1.2 million. We're almost at the end of the season. It's late here, so I'm probably going to call it after the video, which means this isn't likely to go up more than where I'm at. So 1.25 is what I made this season. I was quite busy and didn't play as much as I otherwise would have, but still, as you can see, the points are fine. I want to show you that this crew actually is really good. I'm really glad I joined this crew. They invited me on my channel to join them when I was still ranked 50s, trusting that, and telling me, quite frankly, up front that I don't need to make their minimum. Just come to our crew and do your best, and we'd just like to have you. And I appreciate that a lot. I just told the crew, in fact, about a day or so ago, that I will be leaving and going to a different crew because I have another crew asking me to kind of help them out. That is a former crew that, for those of you who know him, Mills, who's a CSR2 YouTuber, used to be part of. They're making a comeback. They wanted me there to kind of help promote them a little bit, so I'm going to go help that crew out. But I do want to give a shout out to Lake Crew Friends. One very nice crew, make the points, get the car, and right now full, but tomorrow we'll have a spot. So if you're looking for a good Milestone crew, definitely give these guys a hard look, especially if you're in Europe on European time. All right, so where are we now? We are solidly built for the live racer. This car has been holding it down for me in live lobby. It's the only live racer I have. It's the one I'm using. And I have the advantage, of course, I can go match up to my own other accounts and save myself the aggravation of having to really fight to win. But the car doesn't fight that hard to win in live. It does quite well in live overall. It does get moved between faster and slower groupings as I bring it in and out of live over time. But it's been pretty good on getting me where I need to be to get through live races each time I come into the lobby to try to get things done. Right now I'm facing what's considered one of the top electric cars as far as live racing is concerned. This is a very high Evo car, but it's also very sensitive to launch. So let's see if he launched it well, because if he did not, I have quite a easy time to be able to win this race, and it looks like he did not launch that well. I ran a little faster than I should, but mainly because I wanted to make sure I don't lose, because this car may speed up at the end. I don't use the super van enough to really know the super van, because I just don't love the sensitive launches on these electric cars. Okay, so anyway, that was just a quick actually, let's run a bot. I'm kind of curious approximately where I am, what kind of opponents I'm supposed to be facing. So let's run a bot, and then we'll go back and take a look at the progress in other aspects on the account. But live racing is critical to making points, getting keys in CSR2. You definitely do not want to avoid it, and certainly building one good live racer is all you need if you know how to control the car and not get it bumped too much. So it looks like I'm in the 11.5 range lobby, 11.4 lobby. It's a little bit quicker than the lobby I started in beginning of the night, which is 11.6, but it is what it is. You can run a slow race or two, and then kind of sit on the gas screen for a bit to hopefully let people shift in and out, or jump in and out of lobby to hopefully get to slower lobbies. But that's a whole different discussion that I had on other videos. So my live racing car is pretty set up. It's still missing some transmission epic fusions, but it's doing very well. The next one that I've been focusing on finishing up as far as I can is the GR Supra. As I said before, this should be your priority car for getting to 35 first, mainly because, one, you want to finish Dress to Impress at some point. And some of the newer ones, like Izzy's 202 Challenge with the Mustang, is not available if you don't finish Dress to Impress. So I can't even get this car. Not that I'm dying to get this car. I mean, it's only so it's not a big deal. But Dress It to Impress evolutions available to me. I'm going to run this and then eventually get to 5 stars. Right now, what's hurting me is the lack of green tokens, which actually is the easiest to get in the grand scheme of things. One thing that I've done consistently is to run this weekly Elite Cup. I had a senior moment there, staring at the name and not remembering what it is. So you get the tickets, you get the gold tokens, 100 gold, all these. And most of the time, if the crew is active and everybody does their part, you can at least get to here, which is very nice because it really helps you towards these Elite Tuner cars. Speaking of Elite Tuner cars, we're going to get a new one. So again, another free car for a new account is great. So even if you're a new player, the game's just handing out free cars left and right nowadays. So you have a lot of ability to get free options without having to try too hard. The second thing I did this season was to finish the restoration of the NSXR. I have not spent any tokens on it to elite it, even though it is a very good car, fully elite, as a live racer. I have another live racer right now, and getting divided on resources is something you don't want to get into this early in the game. Speaking of resources, I have a lot of keys now, 1,000 plus silver, 4,000, almost 5,000 bronze, and 34 gold. I also have the race pass, the normal race pass now. This came in after the rookie pass is gone. And one thing to note about the regular race pass is there are bonus tasks that gives a lot of points towards ranking, but they can be really obnoxious, like this one. Okay, thank you. Get a car from Gold Crate 3 times. That's all my gold keys. For what? Right? So I'm not going to do that bonus. Those are the kind of things you want to be careful of, especially as a newer player. You just can't afford to burn gold keys to try to finish a stage of gold race pass. It's not worth it. But what is worth it to do is to run your trials every day. All the map stuff, the crew cups, the trials, the PC cup when your car's built, the daily battle. These are great because chances are you're not going to be ready for these. I'm not ready for any of these events. The Trinity, the FXX. I look at them, beautiful, looks great. Can't run them. Tempest, yes, you can run this, and there are some rewards from Tempest, but they're pretty lame rewards overall. So I'm not rushing Tempest. I did do 5 or 6 races on Angels because, again, weekly challenge on Race Pass, one of the weekly tasks, run Tempest, 5 races. Easy to do when you have a bunch of Tempests waiting for you, right? So that's that. The other thing, once I finish restoring this car, I can start my 3rd restoration car and start Izzy's Explanation, which has a lot of token and other rewards in it. Again, something to do, but not a priority to me, so I'm going to run them as I go. This Tier 2, fortunately, if you run the Legend Trials every day, isn't that hard to get restored. And once you restore some Tier 2s, you can move to Tier 3s. But Legend is just kind of a long-term grind. Because I'm careful not to build too many things, as you can see, my cash has gone pretty good. 10 million cash, 4,000 gold. Neither of which it takes any amount of time to spend. One Tier 5 car will spend 6+ million of that cash. So next season's Prestige Cup car, I believe it's a Tier 5. There goes my cash. Gold goes the same way. For the Ford Performance Cup, you're going to have to buy gold price cars, Fords, and it's going to take up thousands of your gold. So keep saving the gold. The one downside to keep saving the gold is if you're not using it for gas, you got to watch a lot of ads, and that can be kind of tedious. But, that's the balance between the two. Free cars. We got this one. I got lucky. I was on Team Blue. And I can tell you, I did not contribute anything to Team Blue. But by sheer luck, my new account was on Team Blue, and therefore I get a free LB Aventador Coupe. I'm not going to complain. I also got the Aventador SV Coupe free. Not going to complain, although this car I'm not doing anything with. And as you can see, I did nothing with the last Milestone car either because, again, don't have the resources. It's a Tier 5, and why would I want to build it? So that's where we are. I mean, I am doing quite well this season, and I have my kind of group of cars all set up, ready to go. I am buying cars from the dealership still to strip for parts because, again, you want to build up your Fusions as much as possible. And those brands that you can build Fusions are the ones you can buy and strip. So these are the ones I'm building my Fusion count on. Stuff like BMW, stuff like Audi, and of course, at least for green and blue tokens, I can get them for Nissan, Toyota, and some of the other brands, including, believe it or not, Lamborghini. You can get a pretty decent amount of Fusions if you want to spend a lot of cash to buy cars, or saving up bronze keys and pull them as needed. But again, focus on one thing at a time. If you get too crazy with any of these, you can lose all your keys really fast without finishing any one car's build. And it looks like I'm gonna need some more Mercedes stuff because I'm restoring the 300 SL. Now, restoring one car at a time seems to make more sense still over trying to get two cars into the restoration garage and have everything split. I got this. I literally finished restoring the NSXR about a day ago or 2 days ago at most, and here I am moving right along, restoring this 300 SL coupe pretty well, right? So we have probably, I think, 2 or 3 more restorations to do. 1,800 for this one. So after I run the trial today, I might even have enough tokens, and 1,200 for that. And this car should be fully restored almost by that point. So, pardon me, 7%. So that's not going to do it. Let's see how many percent is this one. 10. So that's 17. So we got a few more to go. But it moves along pretty quick because it's a lower tier car. Unlike a tier 4 that took me all this time from the beginning to today or yesterday to finish, this tier 2 will be finished relatively quickly. And once it's done, I will get another car in there, probably the next tier 2, and work it from there. NSXR, great car, but without elite levels, I wouldn't just throw it in live because it probably won't help you. And the same goes for the Supra. Even though I have 4 stars now, I could technically get this car set up for live racing, but I'm not going to do that. My goal still right now is to leverage the Dress to Impress and get that done. And then, of course, collect this car and see if it's any good on my main account. Then I can figure out if I want to put any resources in on this account into that car. I'm very leery of putting any resources on any tier 5 car unless it's a known good car or because I have no choice. Because you can burn up this 10 million in the span of one car. So you definitely want to be careful not to build tier 5s as a priority. Some simple tips and tricks with regard to Race Pass. Some of the bonus tasks would be something like 5 elite levels on a tier 2 or better car. Well, the best one to do those elite levels on would be the M235i, and you don't want to do like 25 levels on it. You just keep buying new ones for 75k cash and do 5 levels and dump it. So that's the way you can minimize the token expenditure and still get fusions and get stuff done. There's also bonus tasks like 40 upgrades of any car. Well, I'm going to upgrade tier 1s because it's cheap, right? So that's the way to do it. And the upgrade tier 3 or better cars, stage 3 or better, I usually buy Mustangs or something, BMW's Mustangs in tier 3, and upgrade those over a tier 4 or tier 5 car because they're going to tear heavily into your cash flow. So that's where I am with the Veteran Noobs account. Looking forward to collecting the Civic Type R, and then we're going to move into a new crew and start the next season and see how we can do in that crew. That crew's minimum is actually 1.5 million. Again, I'm being offered, a pass on having to make that, but certainly I would like to make minimum if I'm going to join a crew. Finally, to wrap this up, glitches with this game. My missing wheel over here, which makes my fender flap when it's driving down the track. Now, you can sometimes fix these by changing the wheels or tires, depending on what the situation is. You know, I could try to change the wheels, although I don't like this design. Let me. I prefer good old race wheels. I like these, right? So we'll add that. Oh, 100K. That's kind of painful, but all right. What about tires? Maybe we'll just do tires instead. Let's see. Toyos. I always like Toyos with their cool, but the Yokohama is kind of my thing. Wow, 100K for that too? Jeez. These guys are like really trying to rake me over the coals here with the cost of these things. Okay. That's too much. Let me let's delete the tires. Let's do the rims and see if it corrects that glitch. But that's kind of painful. 100K for wheels. Jesus. Yes, I'm being cheap, but that's because I have to. Oh, looks like it fixed the glitch. Let's go take the car for a quick run, and we'll wrap it up with that. So, another annoying glitch before I continue is my daily milestones are gone. I keep getting these check marks and exclamation marks, like somehow there's still stuff to do and I'm completing them, but guess what? There's nothing to complete. I get nothing to do. Oh well. Let's see. This car is fast enough. We'll do a tier 5 regulation. Let me see if the wheel's fixed, and if it is, that is that. So that's where I am with the Veteran Noob account. I hope you liked the video. I hope I didn't just freeze because I clicked on Go Race. Oh, here we go. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and like this kind of videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.